Family, I'm very concerned. I think that I've been having premonitions of the future. And it's been bothering me so much that I went and I told my doctor about it. And my doctor asked me when I started having them. And I said, next Tuesday. Peace family, this is Iyapo, and this is Iyapo, Yapa, Yapa. It's an acronym that stands for if you are pissed off, yada, yada, yada. You guys know. And you know at the beginning, that's an old joke, that's one of my favorite jokes. So, you know me. Anyway, and I have to apologize in advance, I'm under the weather, but I definitely want to do this share because I saw something that really bothered me yesterday. Excuse me. I like to go on sites where scammers get scammed. I love them because I hate scammers. I think they're the scum of the earth. There's a lady that did a share, and a scammer called her. She knew it was a scammer from the very beginning, and they went on and on with this scammer. It's a white girl. And at the end of the call, the scammer realized that she had just wasted like a half an hour of her time, which is good. And he called her the M word. And now, of course, he had no way of knowing, what her race was or whatever. But the point was, for me, when I heard that, I was like, people all around the world use that derogatory term for our people. They know that it is the most degrading and derogatory term that you can use. And yet, we still use it. We use it on our own people. We get mad or get a beef, and then we start using that against our own people. Of course, we use it in the popular music and so on. But the point is that the term is so derogatory that it's something that we should expunge from our vocabulary altogether. We can't stop white people from using it, but they've always used it. But we need to stop using it. And we try to use that excuse that we're using it because we're taking it back. We're taking it and we're empowering ourselves with it. And all this garbage. That's garbage. That is pure garbage. Now I'm going to give you two things: a profanity alert and an object lesson. In this object lesson, it's about shit, right? Now, what if someone every day is feeding you shit every day? Every day for years, they're forcing you to eat shit every day, and then one day you finally get pissed off enough that you snatch it from them. You take it away from them, and you say, "Now I have it. I have control of this." And what do? So what does that prove? What does it do? What does it mean? You took that shit and you started feeding it to yourself. Feeding it, having control of the bowl and feeding it to yourself does not change that shit into chocolate ice cream. It's still shit. and you're still eating it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The M word, there's no way that we can ever take the M word and change it into chocolate ice cream. It is still shit, and we're still feeding it to ourselves. And let me tell you a little secret. And you might not even get this. White people love hearing us call each other the M word. You know why? Because they can't call us that, not out just be out front with it. They're getting a little more bold about it now. You know, bringing it back out. But remember when Richard Spencer had somebody knock the piss out of him?
Are you like the hipster version of the neo-Nazi movement?
It's Pepe's become kind of a symbol.
How did that make you feel? Made me feel great. Made me feel terrific. I loved it, and so did you. You probably watched it several times just to watch him have somebody knock his block off. Were you the one that did it? No. Was the person who did it to him black? No. Then why you take so much joy in it? Just because you enjoy seeing Richard Spencer get the piss knocked out of him. Doesn't matter who did it. And that's what I'm saying about the M word. All they love is music to them. Hearing us call that is like a song to them. So it doesn't matter who sings it. They don't care whether they're singing it or whether we're singing it to each other. They just love hearing us call each other that. They just love hearing us have that reference made to our people. And we're falling right in, and we fell right into their trap. And they use that, of course, as their excuse. Well, you guys call yourselves that. How come we can... That's stupid on the face of it. But they do have a freaking point. We need to get rid of that term within our community. We really do. Now, this actually isn't going to be all that long of a share. But I just wanted to come on again, and I might be like just this lone voice that's constantly out here yelling, crying out against this term. And if I'm the only one doing it, then I'll just be the only one doing it. But I'm not going to stop. This is my own little personal war on that word. Because I'm about the unification of our people. And that's a divisive term. It's a derogatory, degrading term that we should not be using. That's their word. Let them keep it. Keep that crap. It is not ours. And it never will be. It never will be. Somebody used that term in speaking at the National Press Club, I think it was, directly to the President of the United States.
And now, to live in your time, Mr. President, when a black man can lead the entire free world. Words alone do me no justice. So, Mr. President, if I'm going to keep it 100, yo, Barry, you did it, my nigga. Did it.
That was disgusting. In front of all these white folks. And when we have YouTube beefs or Twitter beefs and all this different stuff, and we're calling each other that, you got all these white folk looking. Okay, who cares what they think? It's not about that. You know, nobody cares what they think. I only care what white people think to the degree that it affects our forward progress. But I don't care. I don't care in terms of what are they gonna think? Who cares what they think? Who cares? Because they damn sure don't care what we think. Anyway, I apologize. My voice might be a little bit raspy. Like I said, I'm not 100% today. Excuse me. Nicole's View this coming Monday. She has an interview with Esther Quinn, Mrs. Esther Quinn, I'm sorry, about her son, Andre Jones, who, if you'll remember, back in 1992, at the age of 18, he was arrested and he died in prison. You know, they used the old "he hung himself" garbage with his own shoelaces. Come, please. The young man was murdered, but I'm going to give you the lab for Nicole's View, where she's explaining about the upcoming interview on Monday. I suggest that you watch it. I'm looking forward to hearing what Mrs. Quinn has to say. Also, purchase this black. I'm always going to ask you to purchase this black. It is entertainment and information for our people, by our people, which is Anjali Shabazz wrote the book, and it is. If you want to know anything about it, just take a look at the review that I did on it, the review that Gwen B did on it, and I think you'll get a good understanding of just how good this book is. Also, and I'll give you the lab for that also to Amazon so that you can purchase the book. Also, you'll want to visit the site of CAPT PY2. This is a brother who, look, there are people who get on YouTube and they're trying to become YouTube famous, but there are some people who honestly get on here out of love of our people. Okay, on CAPT PY2's channel, he sings and he plays guitar. Now, I come from a large family. When we were young, we used to put on plays for each other and perform for each other. We used to perform for our mom, and it wasn't out of anything but just love for our family and wanting to share our gifts and share with our family. And that is what you will find when you get to the channel of CAPT PY2. I really enjoy his music. It comes from the heart, and I like the rawness of it too. So go there, by all means, subscribe to that brother's channel and listen to some of his songs. You won't be sorry. As for me, like, share, subscribe. By all means, comment. And as always, family, much love and respect, and peace and blessings. Bye. Don't use the M word. Don't use it. Peace.